Brexit has strengthened and reinforced the case for Scottish independence, First Minister Nicola Sturgeon said as she accused Whitehall of sidelining the interests of Edinburgh. Holyrood has been spurned and its power eroded in the past 2 years, when Scotland was taken out of the European Union against our will, Ms Sturgeon said. In a blistering attack to No 10, the First Minister said the Brexit referendum and the following negotiations with the EU 27 helped the case of those favouring an independent Scotland. Ms Sturgeon told BBC Good Morning Scotland, "Everything that has happened over the past couple of years, from Scotland facing exit from the EU against our will to every reasonable attempt at compromise to protect Scotland's interests by the Scottish Government being spurned, to the powers of the Scottish Parliament being eroded, to the UK Government even taking the Scottish Government to court, all of that has strengthened and reinforced the case for Scotland to be independent. Because these are not just academic arguments, all of this will have a material impact on Scotland's economy and well-being for decades to come. The case for independence is materially strengthened from an already strong base in 2014 because of all of the experience of Scotland in the last 2 years." Ms Sturgeon said the outcome of the EU referendum deprived those calling for a united UK of a major argument. She continued, "We were told in 2014 that it was voting for independence that would put in peril our membership of the European Union. Because we didn't vote for independence, we now not just find ourselves facing exit, the voice and the interests of Scotland are being completely ignored and sidelined." Ms Sturgeon revealed there is a mandate to hold an independence referendum before the end of term of the current Holyrood Parliament, May 6, 2021. But, she said, a second vote on Scotland's independence won't take place until the UK is officially out of the bloc. Scottish people answered the question, should Scotland be an independent country? In the referendum held on September 18, 2014. The No side won 55.30% against 44.70%. Despite Ms Sturgeon's determination to hold a second independence referendum, Scotland's Labour leader Richard Leonard said there is no appetite among Scottish people for another vote. He said, "One of the experiences of Brexit has been just how difficult and painful it can be to break away from a union, even one that has been in place for just 40 years. A union that has been in place for 300 years would, in my view, cause considerable economic disruption, and there is no appetite from the people of Scotland for it. So I think the First Minister should take the earliest opportunity to rule out a second independence referendum." Ms Sturgeon's words sparked outrage among the Liberal Democrats, with the Scottish Party leader Willie Rennie saying, "The Nationalists appear to have learned absolutely nothing from Brexit. Leaving a successful economic and political union leads to upheaval and uncertainty. Breaking up is hard to do." And Pamela Nash, Chief Executive of Scotland in Union, accused the First Minister of trying to weaponize Brexit. She said, "Nicola Sturgeon couldn't be more wrong. Brexit has weakened the case for independence, not strengthened it. The process has proved how incredibly difficult it is to leave a union between nations. Nicola Sturgeon is trying to weaponize Brexit in a desperate bid to boost support for independence. But the majority of people in Scotland know that we are better off together, with a shared culture and history we can build our future on. The First Minister should take the threat of a second referendum off the table and get on with the day job of fixing our schools, hospitals and railways."